Coming up in sports, we have the latest results from the Fort St. John Soccer Club's under-17 girls trip to Edmonton, and the curling teams for the Olympics have been set. But first, we're going to take a look at weather with Eric Tashner. Eric, how are things looking out there?
Not too bad, Hugh. We have gorgeous conditions. That warm spell that we mentioned, that we've been mentioning over the last couple of days, just continues to pour into the Peace region. So it's still really beautiful out there. We're going to see some cloud coverage and some sun, so that's not that bad. It's not snowing or raining, I guess. And we've actually broke another record high. On Friday, Fort St. John broke a record high. Today, Chetwynd did, so the first time in 12 years that we got some a peak in warm temperatures. And we'll get right to it right now with that Farmer's Almanac. Today's sunrise was 9:21 a.m. Today's sunset was at 4:28. Next full moon, January 2nd. Average temperature for the Peace region today was set at -6, and it was a low of -17, and the barometric pressure was sitting at 103 kPAs. Dawson Creek's high today was +3, a record high of +7 in 2005, a record low of -34, and that was set in 1975. Chetwynd, we got that record high, +7 degrees today. The record high previously was set in 2005, 12 years ago. It was +6 then. And then -29 was the record low in the year of 2000, 17 years ago. Very, very cold. Fort St. John almost beating the record high. Today's was 5 degrees, record high of +7 in 2005, record low of -35. That was set in 1975. Fort Nelson saw a little colder conditions, -3 degrees today, record high of +6, that was set in 89, record low chilly, -40, set all the way back in the mid-40s at 1946. And if we look at the regional map, like I said earlier, we have some cloud coverage and sunshine. So let's start in Fort Nelson. 0 degrees tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud in the region. Hudson's Hope, 5 degrees. We're going to have a mix of sun and cloud. Fort St. John, Dawson Creek, and Chetwynd, all same across the board, 7 degrees with the mix of sun and cloud. Tumbler Ridge, we're just sitting at 1 degree tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud. And Alberta's getting lots of sunshine as we look. Spirit River, 5 degrees, lots of sun there. And if we look at Grande Prairie, a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 4 is expected for tomorrow. Looking at Fort St. John's 5-day forecast, tonight, a low of 1. We're going to have some cloud coverage, and as you can see, it's going to continue to pour. Tuesday, we're going to have a high of 7 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud, and those clouds are just going to stay in the Peace region over the next couple of days. Wednesday, 4 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. Thursday, just a little bit warmer, 8 degrees with the mix of sun and cloud. And finally, all those clouds are going to clear up for the weekend. As we start on Friday, it'll just be 2, but we got lots of sunshine in Fort St. John. Dawson Creek's 5-day forecast. Tonight, similar temperatures. A low of 1 expected, lots of cloud coverage over the next couple of days. Tuesday, we're looking at a high of 7, so again, really warm conditions for mid-December. Those clouds are going to stay and just pour into the next couple of days. Look at Wednesday, 4 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. Thursday, warmer temperatures, a high of 8 is expected. And Friday, just like Fort St. John, all that cloud coverage is going to be moving away, but we're going to see a little colder conditions, and we'll sit at +2. Looking at BC and Alberta right now, Prince Rupert, 60% chance of precipitation. We're looking at a high of 8 degrees. Fort Nelson, like we said earlier, 0 degrees, a mix of sun and cloud. Fort St. John, same kind of conditions, but we're going to see a spike in temperature sitting at +7. Prince George, we're going to see lots of cloud coverage. We're looking at 0. Vancouver, cloudy conditions with a high of 6. Looking at Alberta's 2 big cities, Edmonton, a mix of sun and cloud, high of 6 degrees. And lots of clouds there in Calgary, but we're in the double digits sitting at 11. And finally, looking at the national forecast, Regina tomorrow, we're looking at a mix of sun and cloud with a high of 5. Winnipeg, lots of snow in the region there, -6 degrees over in Manitoba. Thunder Bay in northern Alberta, very cold, -14, a lot of cloud coverage up there. Montreal, -5, we have some snow, and look at southwestern Ontario. Toronto, -3, lots of snow. And as we move all the way out east in the Maritimes, St. John's going to have a little bit of periods of snow or rain, sitting at 3 degrees, and Halifax, periods of snow or rain as well, as we're sitting at +3. And that's all the time we have for weather, but stay tuned. The Road Report is up next.